WolfGxngDon, never lacking. 2K bills to the fraction, breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, boy, brick by brick, we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub, this WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill, sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges, 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah, running it up, no time to play. You know what's on, yeah, the greatest builds inside 2K.
Do you want a power forward build that can do it all? Shoot, finish, defend, play make just a little bit, and it does come with gold quick first step. I can't forget that. It does come with a gold quick first step, and it's a big build. But all right, man, let's get into it. It is at the power forward position, like I said before. We got a 6'11", 248-pound, 7'4" wingspan build. I'm gonna go with solid for the body shape, but you do whatever you think you need to do to get the best build, you know what I'm saying? Now, all right, starting off with the finishing, we will be taking the close shot up to a 65, man. You got to remember, this is a power forward. We don't plan on being in the paint that much. We plan on driving, maybe catching some oops, you know, stuff like that. But this build can play center if you needed to, you know what I'm saying? Like if you run in there, you'll be all right at the center position with this build. We're gonna take that driving layup up to a 77. We're gonna take the driving dunk up to an 86, man. We gotta get some nice badges, man. We gotta get some nice badges on the build. Now for the standing dunk, man, we wanna take this up to a 61. That's it. Leave it at 61. But the special thing about this build, we will be putting post control on it. And in my last video, somebody asked, hey man, why post control instead of like putting up the ball handle? Well, in this build specifically, you wouldn't be able to get gold quick first step from ball handle alone, bro. It won't happen. So in order to get that, we gotta put that post control up. Now for the mid-range shot, we're gonna take that up to a 70, man. But for this build to be a two-way stretch, just how it was said on the thumbnail, probably, you know what I'm saying, we gonna need some three, bro. You will need some three to get the job done. Now, free throw, we're gonna take that up to a 74. Like I always say, I like to keep it around 70-ish because I feel like that's the best way to get, you know, the most bang for your buck as far as, you know, free throw. You'll be able to hit it without, you know, being like crazy accurate on the timing every single time. Like if you don't time it correctly, you can still get like an 80 something, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll still give you a chance to make it instead of clanking all your free throws. Now with the pass accuracy, we're gonna take that up to a 78. That does get us that gold break starter and silver bailout. So we get both of those badges. So time for the ball handle, we're gonna take that up to a 70. Nothing too high, nothing too low. We're gonna leave speed with ball alone because you see in playmaking, we do have gold quick first step, which is the most important thing to make sure you get. Now, like I said, this build can play center. And in order to play center, you're gonna need some interior defense. We get that post move lockdown. Like the paint mashing this year is like no other, bro. But you also are a four most of the time, so we're gonna go ahead and put some perimeter defense on so you're not moving like you're stuck in the mud. Unfortunately, this build does not get clamps because it's not 6'9". Now, and still, we're gonna take that up to a 60 as well. Even if you put it higher, it really won't do much as far as like really getting steals. You don't get any additional badge levels from this, so we're just gonna leave it at a 60. Before this block, we're gonna take this up to an 87 so we can get that silver anchor, bro. That's a very important badge this year. If you haven't been playing against people who have anchor and you can see how strong the badge is, hey man, you need to get out some more because the badge is going crazy. You really won't get a lot of blocks without fouling until you get anchor, to be quite honest. And then we're gonna take the offensive rebound up to a 71, which is kind of high for that, I guess. I mean, we really not, like I said, on the offensive end, you really probably won't be in the paint often unless you're slashing, in which you'll be able to get offensive rebound because you do got a little bit of it. Now for the physicals, this is actually, to me, one of the best parts of this build. We're gonna take the speed up to a 73, max out the acceleration at a 65. We're gonna go ahead and take the strength up to an 82. And I know this build isn't like the fastest build, but the thing is, bro, like you'll still be able to move around without the ball. And with the ball, you got gold quick first step. You'll be able to burn past anybody that's gonna be guarding you. Now with the vertical, we're gonna take this up to a 70. And last but not least, the stamina. Make sure you put your stamina kind of high. I personally don't like going below 90, so I did put 92 on this one. So final badge count, we got 19 finishing badges, which is crazy. we got 16 shooting badges, which will definitely get the job done, 14 playmaking, and 24 on the defensive end, man. We're gonna talk a little bit about those badges in a second, but just know on defense, you got everything you need with 24 badges. Now for the takeovers, we got sharpshooting, rim protecting, glass cleaning, and post take. Those are two that I would go with. Interior badge drop or perimeter badge drop, I feel like are some solid options this year, more so than last year, you know what I'm saying? Like, because perimeter badge drop, you can drop the level of that unpluckable and get to going crazy ripping the ball, man. And it comes out with shades of Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Al Horford, three very solid comparisons, and we have built a two-way stretch four. I feel like it is everything you're going to need at the power forward position. I mean, you got shooting and defending at high levels, bro. Two-way stretch, you know what I'm saying? It'll give you everything you need. You can get those boards, and this build can play center. I honestly think this would be a very solid center for like the park, because you got the interior defense, you got rebounding. Hey man, what more do you need? But all right, man, let's get right into those badges. Now, these finishing badges on this build are absolutely OP, man. We got everything we need for the most part in finishing in tier 2 and tier 1. In tier 1, we have a gold limitless takeoff. If y'all been playing this game for a couple years, you already know limitless takeoff is like the best badge to have. And on this tall 6'11" build, limitless takeoff will definitely take this build to the next level, man. Then we got a bronze pro touch, just for the times that you do get those layups. You still want to be able to knock those things down. I don't anticipate this build would get that many, just because honestly a lot of the builds that are going to be guarding you are probably going to be a little bit slower. Then we got Slithery Finisher. Of course, that is a dope badge. It will help you finish in those little tighter windows to avoid some of that contact. Now we have Aerial Wizard. I will say that this badge is a slept on badge, man. It increases the ability to finish on alley-oops and putbacks, bro. Like, that's wild, because a lot of these, it's pretty easy to get offensive rebounds. I'm gonna just keep it a buck on that. It's pretty easy to get offensive rebounds, so you can go ahead and take them things back up, man. It'll definitely help you out. Then we got Fearless. Y'all all know what that does. Posterizer, which is special on this build just because it's in tier 2. And once you unlock some tier 3 badges, go ahead and put Bully on there. It'll help you out a lot, get you some of those contact, layup, animations, and Fearless Finisher. It'll help you even more with getting that, you know, that made. And then onto shooting. Tier 3 is it's only one badge that we really need out of there, and that's Corner Specialist. You would either, I'm not Corner Specialist, but catch and shoot, or you can run Corner Specialist, because, you know, it's a pretty good badge, but catch and shoot would definitely be the one that you want to use. Then in tier 2, that's pretty much where all the other good ones are. We got Blinders, Claymore, Green Machine, and Guard Up, with the last 3 all on silver. It'll definitely help you out quite a bit. And then in tier 1, there's a few different places you could run this. Well, there's a few different ways you could run this tier 1 badge. I would either go Amped, Slithery Off Ball, Agent 3s, or Volume Shooter. You do have a lot of wiggle room there. You can kind of like find your way into doing whatever you feel like you need to do with this build. And for playmaking, pretty much everything we want is in tier 2. If you want to add some extra badges to this build in order to make it down to that tier 3 level so you can get unpluckable, I think that's probably the only badge in tier 3 that you would need. But we do have Vice Grips on gold, as well as Quick First Step and Break Starter. Y'all all know Quick First Step is a game changer for a 6'11" build, for you to be able to move quickly with the ball. Quick First Step is a cheat code. That's why I like, on my big man builds, I like to try to get Quick First Step through post control as opposed to ball handle. It'll help you out so much more. And we got Break Starter, because you will be on them boards. You're definitely gonna need to be able to kick those out, and Break Starter will definitely help you out. It's not just a center badge, but this build can play center. That's the dope thing about this build. And then we got Bailout. You're going to need that badge. Listen, you don't want to be throwing turnovers every time you try to get out of a shot, so make sure you have Bailout on your build. I put it on almost every build that I have. And then I got Clamp Breaker on bronze, just to help you run past the other power forward or maybe center that's going to be guarding you. Unless they're 6'9", they don't have clamps. So Clamp Breaker make it even easier for you to fight off that contact. And last but not least, we got the defensive category. Like I said, this build can run center. You can run a silver anchor, a silver brick wall, both of those things. We already know what they do. Rebound chaser, core it, because it's going to be one of the easiest things that you can actually core of all the things in tier 3. I mean, you can core anchor, but it'll take a lot longer. Rebound chaser, you know you're going to be chasing rebounds or getting rebounds all game anyway. Like, especially in my career, super easy badge to core. Then we got Box Out Beast. I love this badge. Obviously, it's really good. Helps you get good positioning down there. I think they combined Worm and Box Out into one badge. So it really helps, man. Then we got Off-Ball Pass. You're going to need this as a big. With slashing the way it is, you don't want your man pretty much being able to get behind you whenever they want. So in order to alleviate that, we got Off-Ball Pass. Then we got Workhorse on gold. You don't have to put this as high, because like, let's say you want to run Challenger instead, you know what I'm saying? You can take a point off this, get Challenger. Then we got Glove and Interceptor, both on bronze. Very good badges. I know you're gonna want those, so make sure you put them on the build, man. But that is pretty much it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and slide on out of here. But before you do me a favor, man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check out some of my other videos, man. I have playlists of builds already. I'm gonna keep adding to the playlist as the year goes along, so you can track. Hey man, look, you'll have a whole playlist of solid 3s, 4s, 5s, like anything that you want. I will focus more on the guard positions though, because that's near and dear to the heart. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, man. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. Peace.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the